Love and need and want you, baby. 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 I love and need and want you, baby. Love and need and want you. You can always count on my love forevermore. I love you. I love you, baby. I love you. I do. More than you ever know. And it's for sure. You can always count on my love forevermore. I need you. I need you. Sugar, I need you right now. I know evermore. And it's for sure. Can you always count on my love forevermore? Love and need and want you, baby. 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 Love and need and want you. You can always count on my love forevermore. When is enough a cotton freaking enough? Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian. Every day we can turn on the news and see some man or some woman who has killed their spouse, girlfriend, homie, lover, friend for less than what y'all got going on the internet. Auntie's gonna put her glasses on because we gonna talk about this live, grown folk, and in living color. Y'all can make y'all comments and Auntie will read them. And we're going to go for it tonight because we're going to talk about this situation in depth. Yesterday I came out and I talked about it and I was on the side of Blac Chyna. I felt like that she was a woman who was a stripper. Born and raised in Washington, D.C. Doing what she do. Entertaining men for money and material things. Rob Kardashian, born into wealth, born into privilege, meets up with a girl from the street, a street smart girl. Okay, whether or not she's a hoe or not, that remains to be seen. That's in the eye of the beholder and the person who is beholding what is going on. To some women it is empowering, and to some women it is cowering what she is doing out here in these streets. But when you get a man like Rob Kardashian, who was born into privilege and knows nothing but having his money lead the way, having his money open doors, having his money buy him women, having his money buy him sex, having his money buy him privilege, and he gets had by an old round away kind of chick, that's enough to make anybody snap, crackle, and pop. And then it's an embarrassment to the Kardashian legacy and the Kardashian family. But I remember there was an episode that Rob Kardashian was in when he was dating that girl, was her name Angela Balone, or whatever her name was. And he smacked the taste buds out of her at his mother's house. And the sisters were getting on him about smacking this woman. Now she's now married to, hey, what are you saying, boo? I wish he was this serious about dropping that way. His ass look like The new Chloe. Hi, Auntie. I finally get to see you. Hi, Boo. Let's go in and let them have it. Yes, Castile. He smacked her in her face. She's now married to Israel Houghton. I can't remember her name, but y'all put it down there on the screen so Auntie can remember her name. I know right now she's on a little talk show, and she's doing all right for herself. But when he was skinny Rob Kardashian, and he was cocky and feeling good about himself, yes, Adrian, yes. Thank you, boo. When he was dating her, he was very abusive to her. He cheated on her, smacked her in her face, right there in the presence of his mother, and treated her like she was trash out on the street. And when she broke up with him, then, and only then, did he want to get himself together. So I wonder how many times he has been smacked. See, that's one thing about when we go out here in these streets and we do stuff. You reap what you sow. Whatever you sow out there in the street, believe me, trust me, it's going to come back to you. Sevenfold, baby, 100 times over. It says whatever you do, you get it back 30, some 60, some 100-fold. You get back what you put out there in the street. So, Rob, what have you put out in the street that has made you attract yourself, be attracted to a woman such as Blac Chyna? See, let me tell you something. Auntie, come on now. You don't think Fluffy Rob will smack a girl now, do you? That's exact. He thought she was gonna come back because she was that cheetah girl, money dried up, but no, she showed his ass. Yes, she did. And then the thing about it, now you're getting smacked in public by Blac Chyna. Now, is it right what Blac Chyna is doing? I don't know. It all depends on what side of the pendulum you swing on. As for me, I think that, you know what, a little bit of this and a little bit of that never hurt nobody. I think a woman that has a rough edge about her, some men find her attracted. Some men find women who are just those little mini moused women who have nothing to say and who bow down and they call themselves being submissive to them almost to a fault. Some men find them attractive. Some women, they don't like the good guys. They like the guys that are bad, the guys that's going to bust them up in the head, the guys that's going to cheat because they want that drama in their life. And then there are other women who like nerds, who like a man who's going to be a home and who's going to be one that they can trust and that they can bend and they can mold into whatever they want them to be in. Okay? What you saying, boo-boo? Hey, boo! Okay? Now, when I look at Blac Chyna, I say, you know what? You were into the adult business. You were a stripper. You dance for a living. And men are attracted to that, and they throw dollar bills at you. They leave their wives, they leave their good homes, they leave their children only to be with you, to get entertained by you. And you know what? Some of them want to jerk off in front of you. Let's just keep it real. We having an adult conversation out here in these streets, these YouTube streets. Some guys, they want to, you know, jack off and do all of that kind of stuff, and then they want to go home to their wives, and then, you know, they want to be good men and good businessmen. There was an incident that happened recently where a gentleman was killed, and nobody understood why he was in a particular area at 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, and his family grieved him because he was a good man. He had been married to his wife for years and for years. Now, this just recently happened, you all. He was married to his wife, and he was a good man, and everybody had good things to say about him. But guess what happened to him? He was killed because he was out there tricking with some man. There were two guys who wanted to celebrate a birthday, and they didn't have any money. So they put a male prostitute, one of the male prostitutes that they were familiar with, allegedly, they put him out there as the ploy. And guess what? This good old daddy, who was such a good old home man, he was such a good husband and a great father, he was out there tricking with a man, and they killed him, robbed him, and killed him. How do you think that how the family felt when they found out that their good old daddy was sitting over there doing what he was doing with a male prostitute, allegedly? And he lost his life Because there's so many people out here who fake and pretend to be something that they absolutely are not. Something that they can't even keep up. All right? You keeping up appearances in front of everybody and pretending and faking. Some people fake under the umbrella of the church, and they say that they're so holier than thou. They will preach your sins to you and send you to hell, and know that they are in a bunch of mess them daggone selves. They had the nerve to call out T.I. and Tiny for having a threesome with Chyna. Okay? All right? Now, you're the type of guy, Rob Kardashian, that you knew that this was going on. And so that's why there's a part of me that doesn't feel sympathetic to you. Because if you knew she was having threesomes, then you knew that you had a woman who was willing to give her body to not just one person, but to another person. You also knew, Rob Kardashian, that you were with a woman who could not be monogamous and who did not respect the sanctity of marriage. So why would you be shocked or surprised that this woman that you had would treat you like a straight up biatch, like the hoe that you are? Why do you think that she would make sure that she created a little lemon drop with you to make sure that she had an internal check that would be coming to her as long as that child is under her umbrella? Why would you be shocked when you knew that she was having these relationships? That's 2 strikes right there. You already know. Number 3, you already knew that she was messing with your sister's boyfriend and had a baby with him. Okay, what you saying, boo? T.I. was in the wrong, but his wife was with him. Whatever they do as a married couple, that's between them. So how is T.I. wrong? She told him she could have the baby. Okay. He doesn't love himself. No, he doesn't. And he doesn't love others because his family sat there and tried to tell him what was going on with this girl. They already saw the writing on the wall because guess what? They hoes too. Okay? Kim got popular because of her leaked sex tape with Ray J. How you like that? So guess what? Look like she ain't falling far from what they used to coming out of their family tree. Allegedly, the mother had been with several people too. Allegedly. So how in the world did you not know what you were getting into? So that is the part of me. Okay? Okay. So how do you want me, Rob Kardashian? Okay, let me see what you're saying, boo-boo. He was wrong to comment on Rob's situation, auntie. It does not. Okay. He was wrong to comment on Rob's situation, auntie. It does not concern T.I. Why is he speaking on it? I don't know about... Wait a minute, baby. I think Rob was trying to spite his family in China. Yes. And I was getting ready to go there, but you got me going there. The comment that just came out, for those of you all who don't see the comments, the comment that just came out was that Rob was trying to use Chyna to get revenge and be spiteful with his family. So he knew the game. He knew what was played. Well, so he knew what was being played. He knew the type of person Chyna was. He laid up in bed with Chyna at nighttime to get himself satisfied. Because see, he, like Bob Jerome said, he didn't love himself. So how could he love her? You understand what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that he doesn't love that baby and that there's nothing in him that's capable of loving. What are you saying, boo-boo? Bob Jerome, T.I. only be speaking because someone else he just wants attention. Snoop just spoke out of experience. Absolutely. And Snoop told the truth. She is what she is. Okay, so this is Castile. Y'all remember when Chyna had a sexy weekend with Future and got on the next Monday a tattoo on her hand with his name? Okay? Rob Kardashian knew what he was getting into. But you know what? Even though Chyna could be justified in what she's doing, when is enough enough? When does it get to the point where it's just plain old abusive? Not only to him, but to yourself and to your children. Because at the end of the day, Blac Chyna is a mother. to not one, but two children. So when do you put fame, notoriety, drama, and all of that stuff to the side to be a mother? See, there's going to be some years from now, maybe about 10, that she's going to find herself drooping. I don't care how much plastic surgery that she has. There's going to come a time when all that beauty and all that vanity is going to be gone. And it's not going to be enough surgeries to fix her body, just like it wasn't enough surgeries to fix Michael Jackson's nose. Okay? You hear what I'm saying? So, you know what? At some point, she's going to want to grow up. At some point, she's going to get tired of chasing the dollar. At some point, her booty's going to be so stretched out, so wide, and so far, it's going to be looking like the 7 C's. And who's going to want it feeling like, cold green beans? Riding up and... Who's going to want that? There's going to come a time in her life when her body just ain't going to do it for her. What you saying, boo-boo? Okay. Okay. Mike nose disappeared with Jermaine headline. Okay. Five years from now, Chyna will be a baby mother of 5 kids and 7 different. Yes, what you saying exactly? It needs to shut up. Snoop, different stories. Snoop spoke the truth. The difference is people were asking Snoop where, as T.I. just decided to butt in and throw insults. But you know what? We always out there throwing insults. So I understand what y'all saying about T.I., but I ain't mad at T.I. Because T.I. to me ain't the issue. The issue is Blac Chyna. When is enough enough, Chyna? When are you going to get to the point and to the place where you value yourself as the woman that you are? And when is Rob Kardashian going to get to the place where he values himself? See, this woman was up in that house with this fat ass man. She saw this fat, lonely man. She saw this fat, depressed, lonely ass man laying up in the house wearing nothing but sweatshirts every day, stinking and rotten. She saw him separated and abandoned from his family, estranged from his family, and she took full advantage of that ass. Full advantage. She tried to act like she was trying to get him on an exercise regimen and get himself together. See, she poured herself in. And that's one thing that I say about women. Women, we have influence and we have power over men. Yes, we do. The mental strength of a woman will always supersede the physical strength of a man. And even his ability, okay? What you saying, boo-boo? Okay? We have the ability to break a man down to almost nothing. We have the ability to love him strong and to love him wrong. We have the ability to make a man who would normally be stable, be out of his mind for us, to the point where he will kill to be with us. Auntie. And I'm praying, Nessa G, hi baby, you knew. How are you? I'm praying that it becomes enough for her. Because you know what, we're all looking. There are young girls who admire her, who will pattern themselves after her. We see all these Instagram models and all these people that are out there trying to get fame and notoriety just because they got a big fat butt in the back of them. Let me tell you something. There's no glamour in having a big fat butt if there's nothing up here. If you're not, one thing about her though is she's strategic. I hope she's saving money for a rainy day, because trust and believe me, a rainy day is a coming. You sit and lay in a hospital and get $100,000 worth of plastic surgery to bring your body back to a body that will be admired and groped upon by men. See, these men are not looking at you, Blac Chyna, because they think that you're intelligent and that you're bringing something to the table. That's not why they're looking looking at you. They're looking at you because you have a $100,000 body that they can play with and they can toss around and throw in the trash anytime they feel like it. That's what they're looking at. Let me tell you something. Any of you young women who come out here and look at this, that's not glamorous. That's not the life. Why not aspire to be more? Why not aspire to do more? You don't have to have a Rob Kardashian or anybody like that to take care of you. You are capable and able to take care of your damn self. What are you saying, boo? 100K and she's still not cute. And she's still not cute, Cat, still black. She's still not attractive. How about that? Catch me outside. It's a disgrace to see this going on. And then you lay in the bed and you antagonize him. And so, you know what, when we look up at the news and we see that, you know what, she's gone or he's gone, then what? I don't think, okay? I don't think her dumb ass is. He commented on her Snapchat saying she is about to sell that jewelry to support her stuff. And that came from KK Star 1. She ain't got to sell nothing to support herself. She got 2 men that's going to always pay her child support. She got a limit drop 1 and a limit drop 2. Why you think these women go out here and have these babies by athletes? And I'm not saying it's all women. That is not what I'm saying. And it's not a race issue either, because someone came out before and was talking about how black women are terrible. Let me tell you something. White women been doing it for a whole long time. Chinese women been doing it for a long time. Indian women, Muslim women. Women been doing this trick game for a long time. But guess what, men? If you didn't have an appetite for it, if you didn't have an appetite for sex, she cheated on her baby daddy with another rapper in her bed, the pervert baby daddy. But you know what? She can't cheat. I know what you're saying, Bob. I know what y'all saying. But Blac Chyna can't cheat. Because number 1, they ain't together. And number 2, they ain't married. There's no commitment from her. He ain't got no commitment from her. Matter of fact, they've been estranged. They broke up with each other. What you saying, boo? She could lose custody or get joint custody and her whole plan could be... Absolutely. And I said that too. I said that to a girlfriend. Absolutely. She better hope that she keeps her moral standards up. Because I'm going to tell you something. Mama Kardashian, Chris, she ain't going to play with her. She going to get good and tired of seeing her son broken, busted, and damn disgusted. And she's going to do something about it. And she has power and she has clout. Blac Chyna, when is enough going to be enough? When are you going to step up to the plate and realize that you have other people on the other end of your poor behavior? Rob Kardashian, when is enough going to be enough for you? When are you going to realize that you have other people on the other side of your poor behavior? See, the thing about it is we are their audience. They're on a stage of life, and we all are watching, and we're judging. And we can use this as a teachable moment, or we can use this as a preachable moment, or we can judge the situation. What you saying, baby? Yes, Rob is a mama boy. Chris will take that personal. And you know what? It's because of her that the relationship has been estranged as it has been from both him and his sisters. Now the relationship between Rob and Chloe started going sour when things started going on with Lamar Odom. So that was already going, you know, to hell in a handbasket. But at the end of the day, as we know, when we have men or women in our family who is dating somebody who's undesirable or who's just, what you saying, boo-boo? Rob is not white. True. We all have people in our families who have dated people who are undesirable and people that we don't want to see with them. Exactly. She is not going to have any problem with money. She needs to think about her baby as a woman. Absolutely. Enough has got to be enough. Half white. Armenian. I think that they're Armenian. Okay. How's Rob like Stevie J? Tell me how Rob Kardashian, Bob, compares to Stevie J. Chris is white. Absolutely, Chris is white. I hope he seeks help before he snaps. He's lost. He probably hates women. And you know what? Let me tell you something. I don't know who wrote that comment. I'll shout that comment out, but you're absolutely correct. And the thing about it is that she's not saying anything, but we don't know what her level of tolerance is either. We don't know whether or not she's going to snap. You know what I'm saying? He's out there putting all her business out there, and she's playing it off pretty good. She's acting like, this is not affecting me, and this is not a bother. This is not bothering me. But we don't know whether or not she'll snap. As a matter of fact, we don't even know whether or not she'll get some guy, some $5 crackhead, they're going to try to bump Rob off or to rob him. Let me tell you, this thing can get spiral out of control so many different ways. And like I said, we are the audience. We are the ones who are sitting out here with you saying, boo, hey, Red Gal. We are the ones that are sitting, love you, Red Gal. We are the ones who are sitting out here, and we're being the audience, and we're watching everything, and we're judging it based on what has happened. Bob Jerome, they both played that I don't know game, and both happened to get played by two hoes who happened to be best friends. Bloop! Bloop! Let me tell you something. If you don't love somebody, if you don't care about them, leave them alone. Go on about your business. This is in 2017. This is not the time to be playing with people's hearts and be playing with people's feelings and think you're going to get away with it scot-free. You're going to be able to just run off in the sunset with people's money, that you're going to commit robbery and burglary. Let me tell y'all, if this doesn't get under control, we're going to be sitting out here and we're going to be talking about this. Most of the time when we out here and we talking about stuff, y'all, most of the time we know what we talking about. Enough has got to be enough. Okay. Who's that? What's her name? Michaela Gervin Lawson. She said she easily be robbed inviting randoms into her home. Bloop. What you saying, boo-boo? Let's see. Castell Black said, all this mess is brought to you by O.J. Simpson. If it wasn't for him, we would never knew the Kardashian name. Well, the Kardashian name was found, I thought, and maybe I'm wrong, but I thought that the Kardashians hit the map, Castell, because Kim had that sex tape that was released by Ray J. Now, we knew Rob Kardashian, the dad, because he was the one who was one of O.J. Simpson's main lawyers, and he was his best friend. But I don't know whether or not that's how they got their notoriety. I thought they got their notoriety off the ass and the you-know-what of Kim Kardashian. Now, I could be wrong. If Auntie is wrong, please correct Auntie out here in these YouTube streets. But the thing about it is we don't want to be sitting out here. So my plea is to them is to leave it alone. Get off social media. Social media can be a tool that can be used for good, and it could be a tool that's used for bad. And then you got so many people weighing in and saying, different things. Now, I've said my piece on it. I said that I will make lemonade out of him. And absolutely, y'all, I would. I would be like Bubba Gump. Ray J was tired of being Brandy's little... Okay. Y'all know that's something Bob wrote, right? Okay. Long as y'all know. Okay. It's got to end. It's got to end. I don't want to be out here talking about one of them being dead and gone. Not like this. And people are using social media to start all kinds of beefs. Okay? Yes, he did say Ray J was tired of being Brandy's little sister. Yes, Bob did say that. Okay. But I don't know if you all know people in your life. I know people in my life who date people for money. They date them for gain. They date them for notoriety. They date people's husbands because they don't want to be in committed relationships. There are all kinds of people, and people have different motives and different agendas for why they do what they do, and then they justify it. We got a show that's getting ready to come out now called Theside Chicks of Charlotte, North Carolina. How dare a woman get on television and exploit herself? I feel so bad for King and Dream. They are the ones that will be affected. Absolutely, Dre. They're going to be affected by this. But we got a show, y'all, that's getting ready to come out called the Side Chicks of North Carolina, the Side Chicks of Charlotte, North Carolina. These women are coming out on TV, and not only are they exposing themselves, but they're going to be exposing the men and the women who are in the relationships. And so, while you a side chick and you proud of being an auntie, you should do a series about these people you know. Let me tell you, you don't live over 50 years and ain't seen it all and ain't done it all. Hold up, they making a show about a side chick? Absolutely, Dre. Hi, boo. Absolutely, they are. They are making a show. It's called The Side Chicks of Charlotte. And it has these women on there right now. They are fighting for the right for it to go on air. And the reason why people are trying not to have this show come on air is because, number one, they're going to be exposing husband and wives and families and children. And they're fighting in the street and they're doing all kinds of stuff. How the hell do you, as a side chick, think that you have the right to put your hands on somebody's wife? How do you, as a side chick, think that you have the right to break up somebody's family with their children and it's okay? But you know what? I'm not going to be watching, period, okay? But the thing about it is, men, if you did not have the appetite for this stuff, if you did not, this is long, let's read this. Okay, so this is from Castile. Robert Kardashian Sr. became famous after the OJ trial. People are more interested to watch a porn tape when a famous name is attached. Paris Hilton, Pamela Anderson. You absolutely correct about that, Castile. They absolutely are. But how do we stop it? We as people in general, we have an appetite for this. We want to see it. We like the juice. We like the gossip. That's why we sit out here talking about it. But you know, when you talk about it and you dig down into the weeds and you pull the weeds up, you really see that it's a serious issue. And that's why I say, when is enough enough? I mean, I'm trying to make lemonade every kind of way that I could. But you know what? At the end of the day, that's not my heart. Now, did I used to be that type of woman that would date a man and make lemonade out of a lemon? Absolutely, I was. Because you know what? I was all about that game. I grew up, I grew up in a neighborhood where, that's just what we did. But you know what? Now that I'm at this age, it's something that I would not do. But there are days when I still have that mentality. And I just feel like if a person put themselves out there and they know what I'm about and they know that I'm about that life, which I'm not about that life anymore, but there was a time when I was. So why I feel some kind of way about it, there's a certain part of me that reserves judgment because for Blac Chyna, because I understand that this man, he knew who she was. And so when I see somebody and they know, like if I'm dating, let's just say that, for instance, Auntie is dating 4 guys at the same time and all 4 guys know that I'm dating them, then there's nothing wrong with me dating these 4 guys at the same time. The problem comes in where 2 know that I'm dating them and 2 don't. And these 2 believe that we're in a monogamous relationship. But at the end of the day, I'm single and I'm not married to anybody. So if I'm not married to anybody, does that mean, what you saying, boo? Auntie was fighting in these streets. Oh, shh. 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 Okay. Hi, Lily. Auntie was out in them streets. I absolutely was, Castile. But what I'm saying is, my point was, if I'm dating two of them, or I'm dating three of them, or four of them, at the end of the day, I'm not married. Hi, Auntie. I just emailed you again. Hi, Dr. Lovey. Okay. Okay. I hope you sent it to the right address. Okay, he says, Dre Lithium says, in my option, you should do all your dirt before you have a wife, husband, and kids. And once it's time to let go, you move on and learn from your mistake. Absolutely. Learn from your mistake and learn from the joy of whatever you did. Because you know what? Sometimes there's a little bit of joy in, I totally agree. If people are not married, they are single. And the thing about it is, if I'm dating different people and I'm a single woman and I'm not married to anybody, then guess what? At the end of the day, am I really cheating? I mean, I don't know. I think it all depends. For me, if I am being upfront with you and I'm telling you that I'm dating somebody else, or that I'm not dating anybody else, or I haven't committed to you and there's no, ring on this finger or anything like that, then at the end of the day, I really don't owe you anything. I don't owe you an explanation. I owe you nothing. Now, what I can do is be courteous and be a woman about the thing and be upfront with you and tell you what's really going on. But at the end of the day, I don't have to tell you jack because I'm not married to you. Now, once I get into a committed relationship and I decide that I'm going to be with you and you're going to be with me, then at that time, I'm still not cheating. I'm just having a extra relationship is not cheating until I get a ring on my finger. It's not cheating until, exactly. Because you know what, even in, what you saying, boo-boo? Absolutely, she was. She was, and so you know what? She was cheating, and she married the guy she was cheating with. Sometimes it works out that way, sometimes it doesn't. But I don't believe that a woman who is dating different people should be considered, or a man should be. Do you follow President Donald Trump? I can't talk about him, Vernon, because of the nature of the job that I have. I cannot talk about him on my YouTube channel. Sorry, boo boo. You understand. But I don't believe that you're cheating. Young women, if you are out here and you're dating different men, and you have to be honest with them. You have to tell them the truth about girl bye. You have to be honest with them and tell them the truth about your status. If you are filing single on your taxes or head of household, that is who you are. And you don't have to find yourself lying to men about what your status is. I am a single woman. Now, should you be having sex? Because sex complements everything. You're welcome, boo-boo. Because sex, it complicates things. Once you start joining your fluids to that person's fluid, your spirit to that person's spirit, your soul to that person's soul, now you've gone to another level in it. Dating is just an opportunity for you to see whether or not a person is qualified to be married to you, or whether or not you're qualified. It is a time for you to figure out whether or not I like black men, white men, Asian men, Spanish guys, aunties. We are connected. Have said the same. Okay. And so that, it's just a time for you to find out, what it is that you like. You don't know whether or not you like a nerd unless you give yourself an opportunity to date a nerd. Auntie you is preaching right now. Love you, boo. And then men, same thing. If you're dating multiple women, let them know that you date multiple women. I don't follow Blac Chyna or Rob. 10 and 1 with Tommy Sotomayor. Huh? Auntie is absolutely down with the swirl. Yes, she is. 1 on 1. I don't know what that means, but let me see. I don't know what that means. So, since I don't know, boo, I had to put you in the time out. Because I don't know what you're saying, boo. I'm thinking that you have the best intentions. And that's what I think about everybody. But when I find out if you don't have the best intentions, chopper. but I'm gonna have to, block you. And that's not what I want to do out here in these YouTube streets. But trust and believe me, Auntie will block you. So I'm hoping that when you come back out that you're talking about something a little different and that you get on the same page with us. Because if not, when you come back out of timeout, your ass is going to get blocked, okay? And I'm trying to tell you, Auntie love all her nieces and nephews, okay? Okay. Okay. In these streets up in here. Now, y'all know Auntie sweet, but I don't be liking that. What is your opinion of Janet Jackson and her divorce? Janice is about to get paid. Um, Hi, boo. Welcome. Y'all say hi to PG Girl 95. She's new. This is her first time. Hi, boo. I don't have nothing else to drink. Clink, 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 clink. Auntie Ross says something along the lines, he does not care what she does. He will always look out for her because she is the mother of his kid. Good for him. Good for him. But anyway, somebody asked me about Janet Jackson. Vernon asked me about Janet Jackson and what I think about that. I think that when you are dating somebody and your religious beliefs are not the same and you start having complications about, thank you for saying hi to Peachy Girl. Thank you for saying hi. Y'all welcome her. I think that when you're dating somebody and your religious beliefs are opposite of one another, I think that that causes major, 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 PG Girl, they saying hi to you, boo, major problems in a relationship. And I think that you should separate from one another, because if you can't get together on the basic principle of who you believe in and what you believe in, then you shouldn't have got married from the giddy up. Oh, hi, CalStar One. CalStar said, I didn't get a high, goddammit. Y'all better say hi to CalStar said, hey, look, y'all need, thank you, Vernon. You said you feel the same way. Thanks. She said, thanks, y'all. Y'all please say hi to Cal One, because she was like, hey, look, Auntie, you ain't give me no shout out. But you know what, boo? I probably didn't have my glasses on, and I did not even see you. But trust and believe me, Auntie does not mean to be rude on purpose. That is not my goal, boo-boo. So I apologize to you. Welcome to you. Clink, 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 and some more stuff, okay? But I think that when you don't thank you for saying hi to y'all, saying hi to her, because she was like, I'm about to read the hell out of Auntie out here in these daggone streets. She was like, look, damn it, you gonna say hi, and you gonna get all my nieces and my cousins and all them to say hi to me, because you know what, when you walk up into Auntie's house, you speak when you spoken to, okay? All right, okay. But yeah, if you cannot agree on what you believe in and who you believe in and who you pray to, you don't need to be together. And if you are together, you need to divorce. So my whole thing is, Auntie, do you watch James Caldwell and Alexander Rogers? Yes, I do. I watch James Caldwell, but I do not watch Alexander Rogers. I've tried his channel, but no, I do not watch him as much as I've watched James Caldwell. I absolutely enjoy his channel. I think he's fantastic. But I think that I don't think that Janet married him to be paid. I think that she married him because she thought that she loved him. And he has the type of life that affords her the opportunity to love him in private. And I think that that is what Janet was looking for. I don't believe that Janet was looking for a big paycheck, because at the end of the day, her name has money attached to it. So even if she never sings again, even if she never dances again as a woman, she doesn't have to compromise herself and her standards and her belief for a dollar bill. That's people like Blac Chyna, not Janet. No one should watch that show. That's garbage and stupid. So hi, boo. This is the man she had the baby with, right? Yes. And I just think that, religion gets in the way. I know that I was dating someone and we were going to different churches. Well, I was dating him. Auntie, do you know of Andrew Caldwell? Absolutely. Yes, Castile, I do. So I was dating someone at one point, and we both were going to different churches, and neither one of us was willing to leave our churches, and so we broke up. That just let me know that this is not the guy that's for me, and that's what dating affords you. Having sex, being intimate with someone, you know, all of that complicates dating. And as far as I'm concerned, that's not considered dating. I think you're at another level when you start introducing sex into the equation. I think that women should prize themselves above rubies and above diamonds. And if you wouldn't take a diamond and flush it in the toilet every time you got a chance, why would you flush your own life? And so I just feel a certain way about sex. I think that it just makes things just much more complicated. And I think at this age, and I wish I had known this when I was younger, but at this age, I understand the importance of sex. I understand what it's about. I understand what it does to a woman's psyche. Pentecostal and Baptists are a bad match. Okay, absolutely, and that's what our problem was. No, our problem was what was our he was something else. I can't even remember what kind of church he was going to. But we were in a match as far as religion was concerned. And it wasn't that I was even going to be trying to bring any kids into the equation or having any children with him. I just knew that would be something. I was dating a Spanish guy at one point. Oh, y'all got Auntie telling her business. But I was dating a Spanish guy at one point, and we both were, both said that we were Christians and everything, but it always was this type of thing where, Jesus he just a regular man, he wasn't this. And then I believed that Jesus was more than what he said he was, and it just wasn't compatible with us, and I did not date him anymore. I did not complicate that relationship with sex. So it was nothing for me to cut his ass off. You understand what I'm saying? People used to say Joan from Girlfriends was crazy for waiting 3 months, but women and men nowadays can't wait 3 minutes. And that's absolutely correct. And then we have shows that are out here that promote having sex and sleeping and one night stands and what is that Cabo thing and all that, and then you got the boat stuff on Bravo, and it just promotes sex, and it promotes minimizing it and taking away the joy and the sanctity of being intimate with somebody. It's not about sex, it's about intimacy. And you can have intimacy with someone without having sexual intercourse with them. When you start having hey auntie, love you too, Nicole. Hi boo. Hi, Nicole Reloaded. And I think that you can have intimacy with someone without complicating it with sex. And I think that we have to understand that words are words. And when they are put in a dictionary, they're not put in there as one whole word. Sex is different from intimacy. Intimacy is different from sex. Just laying with any and everything. Absolutely. And I think, when you lay down, with a dog, you get up and you got fleas on you. I mean, it just is what it is. But what people don't understand is it takes time to develop a relationship and to date someone. And then after you're dating them, then you move into courtship where you're like, okay, well, you know what? I can't entertain this person. I think that you start to overlook red flags when you start having sex. Absolutely, because you know what? You're matched up now with that person. Question, auntie, a lot of my male Arab friends love black women, but they don't get approval from their families. What do you think? I would love your input. Okay, auntie. A lot of my male Arab friends love black women, but they don't get approval from their families. What do you think? I love your input. Oh, Arabs. Okay, the only reason why I would think that they would not get their approval, there are several websites compared Blac Chyna to Janet Jackson. I don't think that Rob Kardashian is a billionaire. I don't think that Arab families agree with it because it's a religious thing. And most African American women are inherently either Baptist or Pentecostal, and it's just because of what we have gone through and what we have been passed down from our ancestors. We're Christians, and we don't believe the same, and we don't raise our children the same. And the values that most African intimacy has appeared to be I just had sex, I've been celibate for a year, and before that 5 years. Absolutely. Bravo to you, Nicole. Bravo to you. I think that it has a lot to do with religion and just the black culture as a whole. And I don't think that a lot of African, no, Auntie, I'm talking about Christian Arab men. Oh, these are Christian Arab men and they're not hooking up with the black girls. I don't know why they probably are not. I'm thinking from my perspective, why a Arab one, matter of fact, that they may feel like we're not equal in money, we're not equal in stature, and we don't raise our children the same. We do raise ourselves differently as Christians. So, because there's a lot of different Christians. You got to think that Catholics are Christians. You got to think Pentecostals are Christians. Baptist people are Christians. So you have Christianity is different for everybody. And it's not based on we are just Christians. We still believe different things, and there are variances and differences in what you believe in as a Christian. And as an Arab, number one, you're already coming from wealth, and so you want to match yourself with wealth. That's not to say that I'm ignorant enough to believe that there are not African American people who are wealthy. I do believe and I do know African American people are wealthy. But the wealth that they come from, you're going to always want somebody who's compatible. Most races have a marry your own mentality. Absolutely they do. But I just believe that as Arabs, you're looking at a whole different class of people, and their thinking is different. I'm going to use a perfect example, if I may. And I don't want y'all to think that Auntie is ignorant, because by no way am I ignorant. But I'm just going to use this example. Hey, Auntie. Hey, Jorel. Exactly. But I'm going to use this, for an example. Okay, I have some friends who are Arabs. They believe that a daughter does not leave the home. I don't care if she's 45 years old until she's married. Most African American people, we believe get your ass out when you turn 18. Our value systems are different. And and because of that, it's hard to get a black woman to convert to that. Because of slavery, we really lost our traditions. The different things that, like, very few African American people even celebrate Kwanzaa. We've lost our roots. And so we as African American people have learned. Oh, thank you, Dr. Lovey. I was going to ask you to check me if I was wrong. We've lost our roots, and we've lost who we are as people. And so we kind of picked up everything. We picked up things from our slave owners. We picked up things that were passed down by different people that we have been associated with. So we don't really have traditions like Jewish people do and Arab people do, and people Asian, and they celebrate certain things like Independence Day. African Americans go out there and they celebrate Independence Day because you know what they do? They have a cookout and they have, fireworks popping off in the middle of the street, whether they legal or illegal. And they don't really, we've just adopted what we have been pulled and enslaved into. So there's nothing. He read her for filth. Who? Okay, let me keep my glasses out here. Is it a troll out here? So, I hope that I answered it. I tried to answer it as best I could. I just believe that it's religious, and I believe that it's about what your traditions are and what you do as a race of people. So, and I know some guys who have dated black individuals, and they've been Arab and Muslim, and they've dated them, but they can't take them home to their families. That's all they can do is date them and sleep with them, but they couldn't marry them. And I had one guy that I used to work with years ago who was just madly in love with this African American girl, but he knew that he could not when he came, because he came here to study and he came here to work so that he can go back. and work for his family, but he could not marry her, and it broke her heart and it broke his heart that he could not marry her, but the family had already made arrangements for him to be married to someone else. And once they make those arrangements in their countries or in their religion, once they make those arrangements, that's legal and binding. It's a culture thing. It's real. Absolutely. And so because of that, they're not going to really date black girls. What we need to do as a society also, in my opinion, many black women won't also change to certain gender. Dr. Levy, you better go ahead with that. Yes, indeed. Auntie, I had that happen to a good friend of mine, African American. Absolutely. Thank you. Now, there are going to be some people that come out here and they don't agree with me. It's okay. And it's okay if you all don't agree with me. You know what I'm saying? We all agree to be, we agree to disagree or whatever. I am married to a Persian. You go ahead, Dr. Levy. Hook a sister up. Aww. Okay. Dr. Lovey, you gonna have to hook a sister up. We gonna have to talk offline. Let me know how much weight I got to lose. Do they want me skinny or do they want me fat? You tell me how they want me. I ain't never dated a Persian. That'll be new for me. You go ahead, girl. Beep. Pound on that one, okay? Okay. Black women are too strong for Arab men. They are like the submissive. They like the submissive type. But you know what? This is the thing about it. I'm very submissive. And I think that that's a huge myth. I don't know who put that out there, but that's a huge myth that African American women are not submissive. I don't know why men think that African American women are strong. Brought to you from YouTube Mingle. Oh, what is the stereotype you think about Persians? Because you are submissive doesn't make you weak. I can be submissive too. And it's submissive, what submissive is such a curse word. And it just, white women ain't no more submissive than black women are. They're no more submissive. And submissive just means that I get up under you and I support you and I gird you up in whatever you're going to do. It means that it takes a strong person to be, you god daggone Skippy it does. You about to have me cussing up some term. Submissive is not a bad word, and it's not something that African American women are not. And I don't know why they think that, they African American women it's almost like the same stereotype. There is some strength behind submission. There is a whole lot of strength behind submission. But the thing about it is, African American women get that they're strong and can be submissive, and African American men get they're aggressive. And I don't know where those stereotypes came from, because I'm very submissive. And I don't have a problem with getting under my man and supporting him. Let a man be a man. Absolutely, Dr. Lovey. Let a man be a man. And I don't have a problem with a man being a man, because I'm all woman. I was talking the divorce settlement with Janet and Blac Chyna about to be received. Vernon, you gonna keep going back to that, ain't you? You're so cute. But I'm very submissive. I don't have a problem with submitting to a man. I just don't have a problem with it. Now, I'm not gonna submit under no fool. You understand what I'm saying? But if we are dating one another and he needs me to gird him up and to support him, we will submit. We are just smart enough not to get underfoot. That's what I just was saying, Cola. Absolutely. We're not going to submit under no fool or no crazy man. Like, it would be crazy. I remember when you said money needed to accept her role as a woman if she wanted to be with Moreland. I wholeheartedly believe that a man needs to be man and woman needs to be woman. Absolutely. And when you know the strength, my Arab neighbor wife never leaves the house, doesn't work, cooks and cleans, and lives only for her husband. That's submissive too, when you have no voice. That's a slave. That's a servant. That's servitude. That's not submission. Because with submission, you building each other up. With submission, that man supports you and loves you because you support and love him. When you make his dream come to pass, he'll make yours. For me to sit there and be in the house and my whole you should do this on a Red Chase confessional. Okay, Joel. Okay, I'm getting that together now. But the thing about it is when I'm sitting up there, preach, auntie, okay. I preach, okay, preach, okay, all right, okay, I'm about to preach, okay. That's servitude. If I'm with you and I'm supporting you, then you support me. You uphold my dreams. And a real man that understands the power and the strength of a woman, the favor that comes on his life, you don't even have to ask for your dreams to come to pass. You don't even have to ask for what you want because you know what happens? He loves you and love gives. Love is the type of thing where a man will give you something just to make you put a smile on your face and make you happy. And you don't submit because that's what you want. You submit out of love. You submit. The truth and the meaning of submission is strength. Absolutely, Nicole, on that one. I'm not going to ever find myself being in servitude to anybody but God. I'm not going to serve my husband like no king. I'm not going to serve my husband when you think Rob Kardashian is selling Rob. Okay. So that woman, that Arab woman that's doing that, that's servitude. I can't do that. That's not submission. Submission means we're in partnership with one another. And I upgird you. See, the thing about it is, I'm the type of person in submission, what I've learned, a man is a provider, a friend, a person who you know you're safe with, that you can laugh with, and he does what he's to do for you and y'all's family. That's Dre Lithium. Absolutely. Submission is beautiful. And let me keep these daggone glasses on. Maybe she's a housewife. Maybe she likes staying home and caring for her family. But the thing about it is, it wasn't the way that it was described. It was described as she doesn't go out the house. She doesn't do anything. Everything she does is for her husband. And she doesn't have a life of her own. That's servitude. That's not submission. That's not submission as I know submission. Because when I submit, it makes me strong. When I submit, it still yields me and gives me the opportunity to be independently me. It gives me the opportunity to be dependent, to be independent without being dependent, and to be dependent without being independent. Because my life is connected to his, and his life is connected to me. And together we're one, and we function and we move as one. So if I'm not going to work, you're not going to work. You understand what I'm saying? If I'm supporting the household with my love, and my women today don't know what a provider. A husband is supposed to love his wife as Jesus loved the church. Jesus wouldn't hurt the church. Absolutely. And I'm not going to be a slave to him. That ain't submission. That's servitude. And there's a huge difference in it. Because when your woman and your man is good to you, you don't have no problem with giving and doing. You want to see my dreams come to pass? Well, guess what? I want to see yours come to pass. Why does only the woman submit? The man does submit unto his wife as she submits unto him. So that's what I'm saying. It's not a curse word, and it's not a bad thing, because that man will submit to the needs of his wife. He will submit to the wants of his wife. That's right, Dr. Lovey. Men submit too. So he will be real men. So when I'm submitting to him and I'm giving him and making his dreams come to pass, and I'm supporting him and we're doing everything as one, then he's submitted to me as I'm submitted to him. It just looks different. But it's the same exact love that's motivating the whole thing. It just looks different, but it's not different at all. There's no difference between it. There's no difference in it. And it's, you know what, when you, Dr. Lovey knows, okay? And the thing about it is when you look at it from that perspective and you look at it from that attitude, then you know what, you're not ready to submit. And you're not that type of person that can do it because you feel like it's robbery. And it's not robbery when you're doing something out of love. See, love motivates you to want to build somebody up. Love doesn't take account for evil done to it. Love suffers long. Love is patient and is kind. Love is tenderhearted, it's compassionate. That's what love does. Love motivates you to give. Love motivates you to do. But if you're doing it out of a wrong motive, then you're not submitted to love. Because you know what? You have to trust God with your heart. You can't trust, I refuse to be someone's slave. How about that? I was born one and I refuse to be one just for the sake of a so-called relationship. You daggone right, Dre. I wasn't born on slave, but I mean, I know what you mean. But love motivates you to give. It motivates you to do. It doesn't motivate you to feel robbed. But if your intentions about this is wrong, or you're looking to get something out of the deal, then your love is interpreted as the wrong thing. Because love is more than just a word. It's more than just a feeling. And it's even more than just an action. It's something that you do from the bottom of who you are. So when you love with a pure heart and you love out of who you are and you do from who you are, then you're not robbed, and you never feel robbed. God is the head of the household and should be speaking through the wife, husband to the wife, the submission to God working through the husband. Absolutely. But you know what? You have a lot of people who are submitted and they don't know about Christ, or they don't know about Allah, or they don't know about Buddha, or they don't know about whatever God they serve. Some people just serve because they know what love is, and they serve from out of who they are. And I can't count it robbery. That's just black women deserve love, deserve marriage. People who are preaching that I don't need a man are deceiving these women. Absolutely. The screen is frozen, buffering. Oh, is it, boo? The screen messed up, y'all? Is it still buffering? No. Okay. What? Okay. The mass majority of it is fine, boo boo. But I'm not going to be on here too much longer. This, y'all, I'm telling y'all, this is a good, not to interrupt, but I just clicked the icon below and it says super chat. What happens if I proceed? What super chat is something that they have offered to us as YouTubers to, like, if you want your thing to stand out, or if you want to bless me with money, you can use super chat. And so you can put, you know, a dollar value in there. Oh man, bad connection for me. Oh, Nicole, hop off and hop back on, Nicole. But super chat is so that you can, you know, you can give to the YouTubers like me. I don't get paid for doing YouTube, even though I have ads and stuff like that. I don't get paid for it. And so what they try to do is do super chat so that if people want to bless you with $5 or $10 or $500 or $200, and then it brings your right, it's for donations, and it brings, you know, so you get that money, as opposed to AdSense, you don't really get the money. Like I said, I've said it before. Oh, okay. And so I've been out here before since November, and I have not received 10 dime from YouTube. But I don't do it. It keeps buffering. Nicole, that's you, child. Catch that blessing. Boop. So everyone else gets paid. Why not? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't even really pay any attention to the analytics, to be honest with you. I do it because I like doing it, and so I'm not looking at the analytics. I know you get like the little card that comes in the mail and you're supposed to send them your PIN number and you're supposed to do all this kind of stuff. I ain't did none of that. I come out here and I chat and I do reviews because I like to chat and do reviews, and I want to create a family of people who can feel safe and talk about what we want to talk about. So I have never gotten paid from YouTube. I've never Just like never. Maybe eventually that's something that I would get into, but for right now I don't. I do want to do the other thing, what is it called? Patreon, and that's what I want to do. Hey Auntie, hey everybody. Hey Dawn Lynch. Love you from South Carolina. I was just in South Carolina. Oh, thank you, boo. So I do want to do Patreon, and that's so that I can come out here and do these kind of talks and do different things. I think you have to have a minimum number of views before they pay. If you don't reach a specified dollar amount, they save it up until you reach it and then send a payment. Okay, well, let me tell you, honey, I got thousands and thousands upon thousands of views and all of that stuff. It's just that I have never sent in a Google card or anything like that to ever be paid, and because it's not important to me. And that's one thing why I don't list my subscribers out there, because I think that everybody's entitled to their privacy, including Auntie. And what I choose to share out here on YouTube about my life and about who I am, it has to be over. Oh, okay. It's been way over that. But like I said, I have not sent in a Google card. They have to have some way to pay me. But anyway, we're not going to get into that. Do you monetize your videos? Yes, I do monetize my videos, and that's because when I click on the thing, it enabled me. I do monetize, but I don't get paid off of it. So Auntie is fine. Trust me, Auntie is fine. But anyway, so we're going to move off Patreon. I mean, off of AdSense and all of that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's the reason why Google Chat, Super Chat is out there. So if that's something that you all want to do, Auntie, you need to be a therapist. No, I don't. That's Dr. Lovey job. Get your money and donate it. Okay, Nicole, did you reload? Your name is Auntie. Are you going to review Catfish? Please do. I live for these shenanigans. I'm going to be reviewing a lot of stuff. Like I said, my camera was down. I got that back up since I've been back off of vacation. Now don't forget, y'all, I'm getting ready to hop off of here because I got to go to work in the morning. But don't forget that my birthday is at the end of the month. Auntie will be 50. Okay, and so I know that some of you all have asked me about my P.O. box. I'm going to get that done this weekend. I promise I will have my P.O. box up so that you can be able to bless me. I know that some of you have reached out and was like, Auntie, I want to give you something for your birthday. Whoop, whoop, and the boop, boop, boop. And so I'm going to make sure that I have that up and ready for y'all by Sunday. Don't forget Sunday, we got a live chat and nightcap. And we will be discussing all things, whatever we're going to discuss, okay? What I really want to do is have a live chat nightcap to discuss Claws, because that is one of the things that I have been missing since my camera's been down. Claws is a phenomenal show. I love it. Auntie, can we do a conversation on custody battles in the future? Absolutely. Been there and I've done that. What time on Sunday? Sunday, I think I'm going to start us off early because Castile lives out of the country, and I want him to be able to come on board. So I will make sure I come out here on Saturday and let y'all know. Y'all don't forget that Claws everything, okay? Y'all don't forget tomorrow I'll be coming out here with a special chat and nightcap as well. Tomorrow, Desna and Roller. Oh my God, I love me some Desna. Love me some Desna. So I'll be coming out here tomorrow. We're going to be talking love and hip hop again tomorrow, because thank you, boo-boo. We will be talking about that because that came on tonight. Also, I don't know how many of you all watch Big Brother. Thank you, boo. I'm going to enjoy my birthday this year. Usually I don't celebrate my birthday. I don't make a big deal out of it because I lost my parents when I was young. Okay, Uncle Daddy is a hot mess. But usually I don't make a big deal out of my birthdays because I'm a Leo. Because I lost my parents early, and I always had a fear of not living to the next year. And so I never really celebrated my birthday. The first time I ever had a birthday party was a surprise birthday when I was 30 years old. And they surprised me with it. And then I just had one recently when I turned 50. My friends again had a 50th birthday for me. And yes, Dr. Lovey. And so I was almost like Patti LaBelle. My story was almost like hers. You know, when you lose people in your life and you lose them at such an early age, death is always seeming to be looming, and it always was something that loomed in my mind. Oh, Castile, you a Jehovah Witness? But it always loomed in my mind, and I always thought I'm never going to live. And the thing about it is, when I talk to my other siblings, a lot of them felt the same way, that we would never live to see 50. We would never live. My dad didn't even live to see 47 years old. He was killed in a tragic motorcycle accident. And as a young girl at 23 years old, I was the one who had to go. My mom celebrated when she turned 50, bought herself a new car. Oh, I can't afford all of that. But my dad was killed in a tragic motorcycle accident. And at 23 years old, I had to be the one to go over to the morgue and identify what was left of my father's body. And for years, I walked around, can we have a mini virtual birthday? Oh, Cola, that's so sweet. I don't know how we would do it, but you know. And so when I went to identify his body, I walked around for years thinking that I had made a mistake. And because of that, and my mom died of cancer. So I'm telling y'all my business right now. But my mom died of cancer. And the last 3 years of her life, I took care of her. And I watched her deteriorate year after year. So I never celebrated my birthdays. I never thought that I was worthy of celebrating them. And once I turned 50, I just was like, you know what? I'm going to celebrate my birthday every year, because at the end of the day, I've lived. And I need to live, and I need to live life and enjoy life, and not just be a mom, but also be a woman. And thank you so much, Dr. Lovey. You haven't had a birthday party since my teens. It's okay. I'm throwing myself a menopause party. It's going to be a hoot. God has blessed you, and he will continue to. You have a gift that God placed in you, many, many more birthdays. Oh, in the name of Jesus, amen. Thank y'all so much. So this year, I really am going to enjoy my birthday. I just want to lay out on the beach, and I just want to be just like fat and just like and lay out on the beach, even though my doctor has been getting on me and stuff like that. But I will make sure to get you a nice birthday card. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. So I will be putting a P.O. box. I'm a simple woman. There's not a lot that I want, and there's not a lot that I need. So you know what? Whatever you feel led to bless me with, I'm going to Miami, believe it or not. I'm going to go to Miami. And so, anyway, this year I'm going to be celebrating. I'm going to do it in Miami. But whatever you bless me with is fine with me. I'm such a simple woman. No, I don't even know whether or not Beyonce and Jay-Z, Miami Beach is lit. Well, it ain't going to be lit with me, because I'm just going to be laying out on the beach like a vegetable. And if I don't hit Miami, I may hit, another beach, because my daughter does have to work. She's getting ready to go back to college. And so she's been like working a whole lot of hours. So, it is what it is. But one of the things I want to do is come and visit you, some of you all. So let me know. I am an empty nester when my daughter goes off to college, so I can fly out anytime I want to. I got my good job, and I got plenty of vacation time. So you know what? Email me and let me know, and I will come out and visit you. I plan on going out there and visiting Bob in Texas. Bob, I didn't tell you, but I'm going to come out there. I think he's gone. But I'm going to come out there and visit him. And Dr. Lovey, I'm going to come and visit you too. And then I think that there was somebody else that I was going to, oh my God, I would love to come to Vegas. Oh my God. Like, I've never been to Vegas. I've never been to LA. And so I would like to come and visit some of you all, just hang out with you for a day and just, do what I do. Like I said, I'm an empty nester. Cole, I met you in Charles County. My boo is in Charles County. I got a boo. Oh my God, we all have always wanted to go to Nashville. See, y'all are all over the place, and that's why God has connected us. Yes, I love to lay out on the beach. Tell your mom I said, hey, boo. Oh, no, Castile. I will come out there, too. My daughter's gonna be moving hopefully next year to Dubai. So hey. Oh my God, wouldn't that be fun, girl? We would do a Thelma and Louise out to Dr. Lovey's house. Oh, but that's what me and my sister-in-law just did for 4th of July. We did a Thelma and Louise. We went down to South Carolina and we had a ball. And it was just like, oh my God, like Rhonda, you have not been living life. You have not been living life. And but when you have something tragic like that happen to you in your early 20s, Dubai is beautiful. You have to go. My daughter wants me to go. I'm moving to Atlanta, Georgia at the end of the year. Oh my God. See, y'all are everywhere. But anyway, y'all, now that's how you live. Oh, thank you, Vernon. You so sweet. All of y'all are just so sweet. It means so much to me. But anyway, like I said, this Saturday, I'm going to have my P.O. box up. We can hang out with my cousin and her girlfriend. Okay. Castile is out of the country. Castile, where are you? No, I don't have a Twitter. I don't know how to work it. My daughter keeps trying to show me how to work it. I don't know how to work it. I'm old. I'm trying to tell you, I'm old. I don't know how to do that crap. Castile, where are you? Somebody just asked, where are you? What country are you in? Just read my book, said I said Switzerland and Zurich. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought he lived in Switzerland. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. So anyway, y'all, I'm going to get on off of here because I have a good old job that I have to be at in the morning. I love y'all to pieces. I will see y'all in tomorrow at a special time. Castell and I will work that out because Castell, I want you to be able to get on. Good night, Dr. Lovey. I want you to be able to get on. So you let me know via email what's the good night, Will. What's the best time for me to come out? And if y'all can, slowly come in, trickle in, that's fine. Blessings to you all too. Oh, don't be messing with me and the grandmamas. Love y'all. Bye, y'all.